Patient Zero. I'm your host, Branch Isole. Patient Zero shares a focus on personal, career, and spiritual relationship growth. The term Patient Zero generally describes a point of origin for any experience, event, or entity. From the moment of our creation as a spirit of origination, each of us becomes the patient zero of our lifetime journey. On Patient Zero, you'll hear tips and takeaways for healthier daily interactions to achieve greater success at home and work. You'll also learn how prophecy can educate, entertain, and edify, with an awareness about prophetic events, people, and circumstances to help you know and prepare for God's purpose-filled plans. Why are we here? What is life's purpose? Now, this question has been asked again and again throughout history by people of every age, from every nation, region, tribe, or land. It's certainly a top question wondered about across the globe throughout time. So why are we here? What do you think is life's purpose? Now, perhaps you've asked this. I've certainly thought about it. Every life story, every life journey is a series of experiences seeking truth and searching for love. You see, we seek truth in the events and circumstances that we experience, and we search for love with and through the people we come into contact with while on this life journey. We each learn the world is not an easy nor equitable place. Yet through it all, truth and love remain the structural pillars of life's purpose. You see, the world tests, challenges, and tempts us to avoid truth, to abandon love, and instead seek all the pleasure and recognition we can acquire through material possessions in a physical world. This is the world's ways. It's these ways that keep us focused on our needs as well as our self-perceived wants and desires, as we try to navigate or fend off the stress, struggle, pressure, and conflict of daily living. In this way, every life is similar. So what's missing? We live in the most advanced, informed, and complex world in human history. So what's missing? We know more, do more, engage in more work, more leisure activities, more interactions than ever before. So what's missing? We have more mental exigent strategies and practice processes reaching more people across the globe than ever before. So what's missing? We have more media outlets, podcasts, methods, and modalities of communication, offering and disseminating more avenues of knowledge, experience, and entertainment than ever before. But what's missing? Except through the power of technology, the ways and means of human behavior really haven't changed much over the last 6,000 years. It's amazing when I scroll through social media accounts to see the overwhelming number of motivational quotes and sayings, scattered, of course, with prolific Bible passages and references, mixed in with an ever-exploding number of general feel-good nuances posted, and yet, among the plethora of sayings and quotes peppering every social media page or account, far too many to count, are massive quantities of positive vibes, reflecting fist-pumping, thumbs-up, attaboy, attagirl, you go get 'em trites that mask churlish mini-tomes of you can persevere, you can excel, you can defy the odds, Oh, and by the way, you can become a seven-figure income superstar if you buy my book, my program, my tapes, my system and process, and enroll in my master class. And yet, our 21st century collective doesn't speak of tolerance, doesn't exhibit congenial states of brotherhood or sisterhood, and seldom do these behind closed doors solicitations reach symbiosis before they push their service, product, or system that promote that seven-figure income you've been chasing. Okay, I get it. But I'm asking again, what's missing? Having survived past empires, from Nimrod to the Egyptians, from the Assyrians to the Babylonians, from the Greeks and the Romans, through the Dark Ages, the Renaissance, the ages of reason and enlightenment, up to and including the colonial, industrial, and post-industrial periods. What's not missing is deceit and delusion. See, these two remain alive and well, extensively practiced across our 21st century global landscape, filled to overflowing with lies, falsehoods, fabrications, and purposed misdirection, knocking at our doors, barking at our minds every minute of every day. Watch any news cycle on any media network for one day, and the opening statements of today's episode are borne out. So what's missing? What's missing is change. More importantly, your prospects for change. Can the world be changed by idealists and activists, by hard-charging progressives or ego-soaked media talking heads, or by well-meaning podcast hosts with their life coach guests? Sadly, the answer is no. Why? Because the world's ways are inculcated within each of us from birth, within every member of every society that encourages and promotes digging deep the holes of oppression and inequality. For these are the ways of the world. These have been the world's ways since its beginning. So what's the answer? What are today's preferred and proffered methods or beliefs? Self-love, acknowledged and practiced spirituality, whims, hopes, dreams, plans and schemes, cons and conspiracies, idols, idolatry and celebrity. Our interconnected internet world offers masterclass purveyors in everything under the sun, except a simple and true non-accusatorial path. Have you ever wondered if Bible scripture is right, or true, or real, or believable? I'm often asked how I can believe the veracity of Bible text. My simple answer, the words of Christ. Unequivocally stated throughout all of history, from every near or distant nook and cranny on earth, from every philosopher, guru, shaman, or enlightened one, from every religious or cult leader, from every priest, pastor, pope, imam, or rabbi, from every seer, sage, or oracle. There's no way one person could share the words and teach the principles and then compassionately answer every question asked, and then follow up with responses or replies for every situation where every word was true, where every principle of instruction is directly linked to every other truth, known, taught, or recorded, where every question is answered with wisdom, applicable to everyone who ever lived. Point to one other person who has ever walked this planet. Master, teacher, philosopher, enlightened individual, whose words explained and taught the relationship between each of us and God, and between each of us and one another. Point to one other person who ever lived, who spoke or taught how and why truth and love, through understanding of correct behavior, could be attained or practiced in every interactive situation, where every or any human endeavor could be used by any individual who might desire to hear and then actually practice those same instructive gems. No other person who ever lived, spoke, or taught as God Himself would or does, with love, compassion, mercy, understanding, and most of all, forgiveness. None in all of humanity's evolutionary journey consistently except one, Jesus of Nazareth 2,000 years ago. You see, belief in Jesus as the Christ, as the Messiah, as God incarnate is a choice. It's as simple as that. Someday, today, tomorrow, at some point between right now and the day we each take our last breath, each of us will have to decide whether or not we'll trust our heart and mind, rooted in the essence of who we are, from and by the power of God's Spirit, to believe if Jesus is who He said He is or not. Thanks for joining me today. On Patient Zero, we share key takeaways for growth-filled living. If you know someone who could benefit from today's episode, please share it with them. If today's show has been interesting for you, please give us a rating and review. And to know more about my work, I invite you to visit my website, branchisole.com, my Substack page, branchisole.substack.com, and my YouTube channel, Branch Isole. Substack subscribers also receive a thought for today every morning, 2 spiritual Christianity prophecy alerts every week, and an open mic poem short story every Saturday, as well as access to archived Patient Zero episodes, informative series, and articles. At the website, you'll also find my books, ebooks, and gift merchandise. Join me each Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at branchisole.substack.com. Until next week, keep growing and be in the world, not of the world.